MATATAG Curriculum, English Grade 4, Quarter 1, Lesson 5, Voices of the Verbs. Good day, kids! How are you today? Are you ready to learn another lesson in English 4? Then, let's start! Our topic for today is about voices of the verbs. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Learning competencies and objectives. Compose appropriate sentences for clarity and coherence. Number 1, define and identify the action verb. Number 2, use the tenses of verbs: simple present, simple past, and simple future. Number 3, use the correct voice of the verb. Number 4, identify descriptive or qualitative or attributive adjectives. Number 5, give and compose the characteristics of a complex sentence. Content: A. Action verb, B. Tenses of the verb, C. Voices of the verb, D. Adjectives, and E. Complex sentence. Before we have another lesson, let's have a short review. What is a verb? A verb is a word that describes an action, state, or occurrence. It is a central component of a sentence and often indicates what is happening or what someone is doing. Here are examples of verbs. Run. He runs every morning. The verb is run. Next, think. He thinks deeply. The verb is think. Third, write. They write letters. The verb is write. So this time, let's read story number 1. The title is Recognition Day. It was Friday afternoon. The teacher announced the names of the achievers, especially those who will receive the With Honors Award. The deserving learners will be recognized. They will receive awards for their performances and achievements for the school year. Ryan and Sunny, being included in the list, were very happy. Their parents were proud of them. This time, let's have some comprehension questions. Number 1, who will be recognized? The answer: the deserving learners will be recognized. Number 2, who will receive an award? The answer: Ryan and Sunny will receive an award. Number 3, who announced the names of the achievers? The answer: the teacher announced the names of the achievers. Number 4, who called the names of the With Honors awardees? The answer: the teacher called the names of the With Honors awardees. let's have the second story about love for mother. A special day for their mother was wished by Joe, Jana, and Joanne. It was their mother's birthday. Mother is loved by them. To show that they really love her, especially on her birthday, was wanted by her children. A bag was given by Joe, but then he went out to bike with his friends. A beautiful blouse was given by Jana, but requested her for a new cell phone on her birthday. A simple card was made by Joanne. Mother was hugged and kissed by her. Now, let's have comprehension questions. Number 1, whose birthday was celebrated? The answer, their mother's birthday was celebrated. Number 2, what was given by Joe? The answer, a bag was given by Joe. Number 3, what was given by Jana? The answer, a beautiful blouse was given by Jana. Number 4, what was given by Joanne? The answer, a simple card was made by Joanne. This time, let's discuss what a voice is. Voice tells us whether the subject of a sentence is doing the action or receiving it. So there are two kinds of voice. First, we have active voice, which means the sentence starts with the person or thing doing the action. Next, we have passive voice. Passive voice means the sentence starts with the person or thing receiving the action. For us to understand this better, let's have examples. Active voice. Active voice is when the subject of the sentence performs the action. Here are the examples. Number 1, they will receive awards for their performances and achievements. Number 2, the teacher announced the names of the achievers. Number 3, she called the names of the with honors awardees. Let's have the first example for active voice. Here's the sentence. The teacher announced the names of the achievers. In this sentence, the subject is the teacher, and the teacher is performing the action of announcing. The focus is on the teacher doing the announcing, while the names of the achievers is the object receiving the action. Here is the second example. The sentence, she called the names of the with honors awardees. So in this sentence, she is the subject performing the action of calling. The action is directed at the names of the with honors awardees, which is the object of the action. The focus is on who is doing the calling. It's she. And what is being called? The names. Next, we have passive voice. Passive voice is when the subject of the sentence receives the action instead of doing it. Examples. A special day for their mother was wished by Joe, Jana, and Joanne. Number 2, Mother is loved by them. Number 3, a bag was given by Joe. Now, let's go with the first example for passive voice. Sentence, a special day for their mother was wished by Joe, Jana, and Joanne. So, in this sentence, the special day is the subject receiving the action of wishing. The action is performed by Joe, Jana, and Joanne, who are the agents or the doer of the action. The focus is on the special day being wished for, rather than on who is performing the wishing. The doers of the action are mentioned at the end of the story. Here's the second example. Mother is loved by them. In this sentence, the mother is the subject receiving the action of love. The action is performed by them, who are the agents or the doer of the action. The focus is on mother being loved rather than on who is doing the loving. Let's have now an activity about voices of verbs. Directions: for each sentence below, write A if it is active and P if it is passive voice. Number 1, the pilot flew the plane. Number 2, the plane was flown by the pilot. Number 3, the two officials are signing the document. Number 4, the cat chased the rat. And number 5, the entire building was painted by Ron. And here are the answers. Number 1 is A, active. Number 2, it's P, passive. Number 3, A, active. Number 4, A, active. Number 5, it's letter P, passive. Next, we have directions. Read each sentence and change it from active voice to passive voice. Example, active voice, the teacher read us a book. Passive voice, the book was read to us by the teacher. Number 1, Don shot the basketball at the hoop. Number 2, the boy carried the bucket of water. Number 3, Stephen kicked the soccer ball. Number 4, the boys watched a movie. Number 5, the man watered his lawn. Now here's the answer. Number 1, the basketball was shot at the hoop by Don. Number 2, the bucket of water was carried by the boy. Number 3, the soccer ball was kicked by Stephen. Number 4, a movie was watched by the boys. And number 5, the lawn was watered by the man. Letter C, directions. Change each sentence from passive voice into active voice. Number 1, the winner will be announced by the team. Number 2, the landscape was painted by the artist. Number 3, the damaged car was fixed by the mechanic. Number 4, a new bridge was built by the workers. And number 5, beautiful flowering plants were planted by the gardener. And here are the answers. Number 1, the team will announce the winner. Number 2, the artist painted the landscape. Number 3, the mechanic fixed the damaged car. Number 4, the workers built a new bridge. Number 5, the gardener planted beautiful flowering plants. Next activity, differentiate active voice from passive voice. And here's the answer. Active voice and passive voice are two different ways of structuring sentences, each focusing on different elements of the actions. Next, let's have a group activity. The teacher will divide the class into 3 groups, and each group will be given different sets of achievements. Differentiated group activities. Letter A, identify the voice of the verb in each sentence. Number 1, the letter was written by Rina. Number 2, the teacher gave the learners a challenging project. Number 3, the old house was damaged by a strong storm. Number 5, the movie was watched by millions of people. Number 6, the company produces high-quality products. And here are the answers. Number 1, passive voice. Number 2, active voice. Number 3, passive voice. Number 4, passive voice. And number 5, active voice. Letter B, change the active voice to passive voice. Example, active voice, mother cleans the room every day. Passive voice, the room is cleaned by mother every day. Number 1, people play badminton and tennis on the racket court. Number 2, we hold journalism competitions every day. Number 3, the janitor cleans the restroom every day. Number 4, the teacher teaches English every day. And number 5, she made a clay doll. And here are the answers. Number 1, badminton and tennis are played on the racket court by people. Number 2, journalism competitions are held every day by us. Number 3, the restroom is cleaned every day by the janitor. Number 4, English is taught every day by the teacher. And number 5, a clay doll was made by her. Let's have letter C. Change the passive voice to active voice. Example, passive voice, I am loved by him. Active voice, he loves me. Number 1, the mangoes are washed by Bob. Number 2, the piano is being played by Sheena. Number 3, the beautiful landscape was painted by him. Number 4, the playground was cleaned by the kids. And number 5, an experiment was conducted by the scientists. Here is the answer. Number 1, Bob washes the mangoes. Number 2, Sheena is playing the piano. Number 3, he painted the beautiful landscape. Number 4, the kids cleaned the playground. Number 5, the scientists conducted an experiment. And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you!